everybody. I'm making this video about how to protect yourself against direct energy weapons. I'm doing an update of the adaptive stun gun that I posted before on a previous video. I just want to go into more detail about how to use it and what all the items that you need to do to make the gun. I know probably a lot of people are sort of wary of using the stun gun because it's scary, and believe me, I was scared when I used it. When I first used it, I mean, I was so desperate I zapped myself with that even without the magnetic cold wire, and it hurts like hell. I mean, I would not recommend it. It's really painful, but it has made a tremendous difference in disabling the RFID chips. Out of all the devices that I've used, this has probably been the most effective. I'm guessing. Okay, so everything you need is you need some magnetic cold wire. I got this at Radio Shack for about, I think it was like $8-10. And then here's the stun gun that I bought. My brand is called Saber S1007. It's a small little portable stun gun. It's got little prongs that you can slide out like that, so you can recharge it. Also need a piece of Velcro to attach the magnetic wire and the piece of board here. I just got to have a small little slat piece of wood. It's just there to stabilize the magnetic cold wire. Now, when you make the magnetic cold wire, I use the bottle like this to wrap it around to get the shape. You don't have to use this bottle. You can use whatever. But just wrap some tape around the bottle with the sticky side facing out, inside out, so that when you wrap the coil wire around it, it'll stick to the tape. And then afterwards, you can wrap some more tape around it to seal it, so to speak, like this. Okay. And here, let me assemble it for you. I hope you guys can see this. I'm gonna have to set the phone down to do it, but okay. So what I do is you can see there's here. Let me show you. There's on one end of it, oh yeah, when you wind it around the bottle, make sure you wind it about 8 to 10 times. I don't know how much of a difference it makes on how many windings you wind it around the bottle, but I would recommend like at least 8 to 10 times. I think I did it about 10 times. Now you have two loose ends, and one end I did a little loop like that. Can you guys see that? A little loop on one end, and the other end is just open like that, okay? And let me see if I can rig this up so you guys can see this. So I've got the piece of wood here slid underneath, and I attach my stun gun like this, and I take it and put the prong around, I mean the cold wire with a loop around one prong like this, and then the other prong I leave a short little spark gap against the other prong. And let me attach the Velcro first. I mean, you don't have to do it like this. I'm sure there are better ways. This is just the way I did it to make this device or attach the magnetic cold wire. So you just wrap the Velcro around it and then attach it to the wood, so the wood piece and the magnetic cold wire stays in place. And then you want to leave a short little spark gap. Okay, let me pick up the phone. Can you guys see that? I hope you guys can see that. Okay, there's like about an eighth of an inch. You want about 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 inch. You don't want any more than that, because the bigger the spark gap, the bigger jolt it'll give you. I mean, not that it'll hurt you when you're using it. Here, I'll show you that you can touch the magnetic wire. When you're using this, you can touch the magnetic wire to your skin and it won't jolt you. Okay, but be careful not to touch the prong to the to your body, because if you do that, here, I'll show you. It'll help if I turn it on, I guess. Okay. See, I'm touching I'm touching the magnetic cold wire and it's not hurting me at all. Okay, it's not jolting me. Okay, just don't touch the prong. If you touch the prong with your skin, it will jolt you. Okay. I've been zapping myself like this to disable the chips, and I even did it on my head. If you guys are worried about, like, here, I'll show you to give you an idea. Like, I hope you guys can see that. I'm zapping myself and it's not hurting me at all. I'm not getting jolted. I'm not flopping around like a fish. I'm even zap my head because when I was a kid, I used to get nosebleeds all the time, and I did some research and I found out they like to stick RFID chips up the nasal cavity also. So I've been zapping myself in the head. Here, I'll show you. I hope you guys can see this. Hang on. You can touch the magnetic wire to your skin and it won't jolt you at all, but it will disable the chips. Okay, because this is basically what this is an EMP generator, electromagnetic pulse generator, and that fries like all circuitry. Okay, so I'm zapping myself like inside the cavity just to make sure if I have any chips in there, it'll fry it. So, like, as you can see, I'm touching it to my head, and nothing's happening yet. I'm not being jolted because of the magnetic wire. Just be careful. Like I said, don't touch the prong to your skin or you will get jolted. Since I've been doing this and uploading these videos and posting it everywhere I can, the attacks against me have increased like crazy. Like, this weekend was pretty fucking insane for me. I was playing my guitar again on the boardwalk in Venice Beach, and they just surrounded me with all these fucking zappers, and they were just zapping me mercilessly. But, you know, like I said, since I've disabled chips, the effect is, you know, like, before I disabled the chips, I mean, like, the pain and the mental insanity was like on a 10, you know, like on the verge of losing it. And then since I've disabled the chips, it's gone down to like 1. They'll still try and zap me, but I can just barely feel it. But over this weekend, I mean, they like bringing out a whole cavalcade, an army of, I guess, zappers, and they really zap me bad. I mean, they're zapping me right now as I make this video. The pain threshold has increased a little bit. It's now on, I don't know, maybe a 2 or a 3, but it's nothing compared to what it was before. It's nothing that I can't handle anymore, you know. Be aware that if you do this and disable your chips, they might try and like increase the attack on you, but it'll never be as bad as it was before you disable the chips. Okay, so please, you guys, spread this video around to as many places and, you know, sites as you can. Let all the other TIs know about this device. I found that this was probably the most effective device in disabling the RFID chips. I've used this device like several different times, like, because not only on my stomach, my head, and other parts of my body. Out of all the devices, this is probably the most effective. I've also used neodymium magnets for RFID chips directly under the skin, and that seems to work also. You just have to tape it overnight. You can also use the TENS unit to help you deal with the direct energy attack. You guys probably saw that in the other video. I highly recommend the TENS unit. Okay, I'm using this right now. They're attacking me mercilessly, but you know, I have this attached to the back of my neck. And I'll show you. Attached to the back of my neck like this, right across my spine. And the other one I put on my stomach area, because they're constantly blasting my stomach and giving me nausea and making me go to the bathroom all day long. So when you use the TENS unit, make sure you put it on, like, I use it on the maximum level. This has 5 different settings, and I use it on 5. And you'll feel these pinprick like sensation. Any setting past the 2, you'll feel like a pinprick sensation, and it'll start throbbing and stuff. But don't be afraid of those sensations, as this device can't hurt you at all. Okay, It's what it's doing is restabilizing the frequency in your body to the proper frequency. Okay, when they're attacking you with the direct energy weapons, they're lowering your frequency, driving you crazy. Okay, giving you bad thoughts and making you suicidal. This will restabilize your frequency to the proper frequency that everything on this planet vibrates at. Okay, so please get yourself TENS unit and make yourself this adaptive stun gun. Okay, and post these videos as many places as you can, and spread the word to other TIs. Okay, I hope all you guys are doing okay, and stay strong. Okay, don't let these fucking assholes, chicken shit cowards get to you. Okay, we will prevail one day, guys. All right, take care.
Alright guys, I'm going to show you really quick how to make a really short video. I'm making a really short video to show you how to check your microchips. Go like this. My signals are very weak, so you won't hear it as much. Go like this. Put the phone, just a speaker. There you go. Uh-oh. There you go. Right there. There's a lot right there going on. I don't know if you can hear it. Try it again. Do it. Redo it again because you don't stand that long. There you go. One right there too. I got them all in my teeth, everywhere, and in my neck. See, that's how you do it. Thank you.
You know, thank you for coming. My name's Jesse Belton. I'm a retired Sacramento City firefighter paramedic. And basically what we're going to be doing today is what is called radio frequency scanning. So I'm going to go ahead and explain how it works. Okay, there's 3 phases to this. There's a preliminary scan, and what that is we check for radio frequency emissions utilizing what is called the JM20 Pro radio frequency detector. And if you come up positive on that, we'll use a frequency counter, which will give us the frequency that it is picking up or emitting up. Okay. Okay. So phase 2 requires this. If you come up positive on the scan, you're still going to need the medical imaging. So you're going to have to obtain an X-ray, an MRI, or a CT, depending on what. But most of the time, you'll probably only need an X-ray, which is very affordable. It's about between $60 and $80. Okay, and we can help you, guide you to where you need to go to get that done. Okay, but that's the part that needs to happen on phase 2. Phase 3 is we need to go in a controlled environment and do further testing, because so that when we go to court, we can say we're 100% absolutely positive that this person, this human being, is emitting an RF frequency. And the purpose here is to give you evidence. Okay, because if you want doctors, anyone in the medical field, the scientific community, or the law enforcement, or even those in politics, or those in positions of power, even pastors, for example, you really need evidence. Because if you go and tell them the story, it's just a story to them. Okay? And they're going to think you're nuts. That's the bottom line. I hate saying that, but that's the truth. And that's what those who are doing this to us want to have. They want us all to be labeled crazy, so you lose all rights. Okay? No.
The following are the results of our tour when we started our radio frequency scanning across America in Sacramento, California. Here are some test results that came up positive of victims of domestic terrorism. This is Christopher, 5 years old. Positive in his left shoulder area. He also came up positive in his right scapula area. His father states this was done to him in a dental office when he received a shot. Our next victim, who came up positive for domestic terrorism, is Bonnie Kellerby. Bonnie has been a victim for over a decade. She came up positive for RF transmission in her right TMJ. In addition, she came up positive near her left TMJ. She also tested positive for RF transmission on her left and right shoulder region. The following who came up positive is David Gonzalez. David came up positive in his right shoulder region. Our next victim is Richard Northern. Richard Northern has been a victim for over 20 years. Richard Northern came up positive for RF transmission near his left TMJ area. This is Barbara. Barbara flew in from out of the country to have an RF scan. Barbara has been tortured over the years in many ways, what most women call a silent rape. She came up positive in her lower lumbar, her lower back area. She can pinpoint with needlepoint accuracy where she believes an implant is, and you can see by our RF testing it comes up positive. Another area that Barbara complained with pinpoint accuracy was the back of her neck, and sure enough we came up with positive radio frequency emission in our preliminary scan.
In Europe, we started the testing tour in the German capital, Berlin, where I met up with the Swedish lawyer Dr. Henning Witte, who was going to interview the victims while I was doing the testing. The first person tested was Waldemar. He tested positive in both sides in the TMJ area.
Und jetzt ein bisschen weg davon. Ja. Noch tiefer. Von der Antenne weg.
Next up was Monica. Monica tested positive in her right TMJ area.
Zur Antenne wieder hin. Von der Antenne weg. Ja, zur Antenne wieder hin. Sieht man das auf dem... Ja. Ist da was? Ja.
Here I'm testing Gisela. Gisela came up positive in the TMJ area on both sides.
Sieht man das?
Man hört es vor allem, jetzt sieht man es auch, ja. Ne? Das ist eindeutig.
She also came up positive in her lower back. I tested both Gisela's children and they both came up positive.
Dann wieder ans Gerät rantreten.
This is the testing of Sabine.
Was gefunden?
Zwieblige.
Sabine came up positive in her right TMJ area.
Ans Gerät wieder rantreten. Wieder zurück.
Nee, veränder du mal deinen Arm überhaupt nicht, Lars. Geh mal jetzt wieder weg. Nichts verändern, Lars. Zurück.
Sabine also tested positive on her back at the left shoulder area.
Jetzt wieder weg. Wieder zurück. Noch näher ran. Ja, das ist doch ziemlich eindeutig. Wieder weg.
The following are victims of domestic terrorism who came up positive on radio frequency scans on our tour through Chicago, Illinois. Our first victim is Angela. Angela came up positive on her left temporal area. Our next victim is Sandrea. Sandrea came up positive in her right temporal region.
Positive RF on the right temporal region.
In addition, she came up positive on her right shoulder for emission of radio frequency.
Positive RF on the right shoulder.
Our next victim is Mike. His torture began at approximately age 19.
Alright, let me just zoom in on
He
it.
came up positive in his right temporal region.
Here we go.
Right temporal.
Okay.
Mike also came up positive in his left temporal area.
We ended our European testing tour in Hamburg in northern Germany.
Signal, ja?
In Hamburg, this young man came up positive in his left GMJ area.
Ja, wieder rangehen. Ja, wieder weggehen. Wieder rangehen. Das ist schon eindeutig. Und dann bist du wieder weg davon. Ran. Ja, wieder Signal. Weg davon.
As we continued our testing across the United States, our next stop was Kenosha, Wisconsin. In Kenosha, Wisconsin, we had several people come up positive. Our first victim is Debbie. Debbie had complained of being a victim of domestic terrorism for many years. She suffered from... Debbie came up positive for radio frequency transmission in our preliminary testing near her right flank area. Our next victim is Lisa. Lisa, just as Debbie, has been complaining of being tortured for many years. Lisa came up positive near her left temporal region, just above her ear, and she came up positive near her right temporal area.
I just got my new bank card in the mail, and it's wireless RFID. So, come with me as we take care of this once and for all. This is a problem. These things have an antenna all the way around, and a microchip right here. What you need to find out if your card has an RFID chip in it, like mine does. A big powerful microwave. A microwave door that opens. A big tray inside. Like so. Oh, hold on. Let's actually use a plate in there because nothing good is going to happen. If there's a tracking chip in here, we'll find out shortly. Set it for 6 seconds and press start. And there you have it. Completely destroyed by electrons pushing through the antenna. Let's inspect this thing. You can easily tell where the antenna once was. The top part of the card had an antenna around it, but now it's gone. No more tracking chip for this guy. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching.